Peace, family. For the life of me, I cannot understand. How is it that when a reporter asked Donald Trump about the rising cost of living and everything that's going on wrong in this country, one of Donald Trump's first responses is the stock market is doing well? What does one thing have to do with the other? The thing is this. If Donald Trump is going to use the stock market as an indicator that the people are doing well, then federalize the stock market. Make laws that govern and protect the needs of the interests that's pertained exactly to the stock market. If I was married, I had a wife, and my wife or my family or friend, how's your job doing, Jonathan? Oh, it's fine. But then why we a month behind on the mortgage? Why we ain't got no good quality food on the table? If the job is doing well, but you're not able to see the results up under your roof, then what's the point of touting how good the job is doing? As President of the United States, you are the go-between between the private job sector and the people. If you are going to tout the prosperity of the stock market, but don't tie it to anything specific that the people can recognize, can feel, then stop doing it. Hold this government accountable. I can understand how people can pay taxes and vote, march and protest to keep an administration, a system in place that does not look after the will of the people. When has there ever been widespread peace and prosperity in this country? From the left or the right? What are we still thinking our only salvation is through this system alone? This makes absolutely no sense. I'm on the phone earlier talking to a truck driver organization. I got a ticket. And I asked the lady, I said, y'all are non-partisan affiliation, right? She says, yes. And I said, now, and y'all fight for truckers' rights? And she said, yes, we do. And I said, well, do you look for ways to strengthen your argument on how you can fight for more truckers' rights so you can increase your membership? And well, yeah, we have people in Washington right now that's arguing. I said, well, while they up there, mention this to them. If the President of the United States is going to use the stock market as an indicator that the people are doing well, are there any laws right now that's regulating the stock market to make sure that the people prosperity is tied directly to the wealth of the stock market? And she, no, not really. And I say, so to that I say this. When you have a manufacturer that, let's say they manufacture steel coils, and they're able to manufacture a 45,000 pound steel coil, they know they have a market for it. They wouldn't have made it if they hadn't had a buyer for it. What makes these companies prosper more is because you have 10 to 15 trucks sitting outside waiting for a load. And then you put this 45,000 pound steel coil on load board. And now you have 10 to 15 hungry truck drivers out here trying to underbid each other to see who can haul this freight for the cheapest, which is making this company more money. And it's undercutting the ability of the truck driver to take care of his family. Why don't you and your organization regulate these manufacturers, these mills, these shippers, these receivers, whoever? You manufacture a product, you need to ship this product according to what the market value say these loads should be shipped at. You should not be able to post this load on the load board, leave it up there for people to undercut each other so you can pay cheaper for it. When I told her this, she was like, that's a good idea. And I don't want to say too much on this phone because it's a recorded line. But she did say she was going to put that suggestion in the email attached to my reason why I called there in the first place, because, like I said, I got a ticket. And they're going to use it. And, you know, the thing is this. It is not about Democrat or Republican. It is about holding your political candidates accountable. Once these people get into office, they need to get there with an agenda that you sent them up there to address. You cannot just put hopes and dreams in a political candidate and hope that they address it when they get. These need to be assigned to them before you vote. I wouldn't care if it was Big Bird, Snuffleupagus, Underdog, Tweety Bird, Tom and Jerry, whoever is my representative. If you can't hold them accountable, then what's the point in participating? What's even the point of even taking a job if you're not going to improve the quality of life of the people who sent you there? This makes absolutely no sense. This country is almost 250 years old. You know, I'm not even going to even go there, but I'm in this video here. And as always, these are my thoughts, my opinions. I invite you to leave yours in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Ashe.